2003 model Kawasaki SXR800 that I'm pretty sure is the world's most expensive SXR800 by far. Let me know in the comments if you think that you have done more repairs and more work on your jet ski than I have on this sucker. Now, what this ski has, obviously it has an aftermarket UMI pole. Problem with this UMI pole is that it has the kick. I don't like the kick. I like the UMI poles that are straight, and it's also too long. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this back and we're going to shorten it, which will be in another video. But you can see I've got two big pads here. So that sort of gets the bars up a little bit because I like to rest onto my arms when my legs get a bit tired. Here, I can't get back on the ski. Perfect for raising around, but as soon as you fall in, I can't get back up on it when I'm tired. Not a chance. So once we straighten that and then we bring the bars down, it should hopefully lower everything down. I'll be able to get myself back on it when I'm tired if I come off in a crash or something like that, but at least it'll be straight. Now, the modifications that we have done on this. When we first got it, it was stock. We obviously put the pole on it. We got the blows and straight bars because I love that. We got an aftermarket finger throttle. Still got the stock lanyard switch, aftermarket IPD grips. We went with the IPD sticker kit too. Really gives it that lick on that black paint job. Now, we've got the Destroyer 2 tubbies attached to the front. They are now tubbies, which is the same as all my other skis that I run on. It is a game changer. When you get a stock stand-up ski, my recommendation would be to first things to do, make sure it's got a lanyard kill switch. Second step would definitely be front tubbies, if you can do anything. So front tubbies, these are Destroyer 2s. All my other skis have just generic fiberglass ones that I have a mold of that I make myself. But what that does is it lets you roll the ski over and then stand the ski back up a lot easier than the stock hull. What it's designed to do is say if you had a tissue box, right, on the water. Now if you tip that tissue box, which has a square edge, to its tipping point, once it tips over, it's very hard to bring it back over. But if that tissue box had a rounded edge, it would be a lot easier to tip it over and then bring it back. That's what front tubbies are designed to do. So definitely that is the #1 thing that you want to do when you buy a stand-up ski, is put a set of front tubbies on it, because it'll just make the handling of the ski so much easier to ride. That way then you can focus on everything else that goes with it. The next aftermarket mod that we put on this is we went with a Pro Watercraft rear sponson. So they tuck underneath here. They are a channel that runs in through the back with a couple of bolts. I'd rate that product, okay? What that does is that literally creates another rudder on the back of these skis to hook. That's what you're designing to do. You're trying to transplant the power from the motor into the ski and try and get it stuck to the water so you can lean it over and hold it as fast as you can. Those rear sponsons 100% definitely help. There's a lot of different brands out of there, but I found that the Pro Watercraft ones, they work the best for me and my riding ability. The next step modification that we have done on this is the stock SXR800 carbs we pulled off, which are the 40s, and we put SPN 44s on. So with the 44s, they just allow a lot more fuel, a lot more air into the engine, just to let them breathe. Because the 40s are definitely a restriction on the 800 motor, the 40s, which are the stock carbs. After that, what we did was we put, I think actually shortly after that we put the 44s on, I blew the engine up because I didn't jet it right. So that was the first mistake we did. So we've done one rebuild on it. Then once I got the jetting right, we put a B-pipe on it and we changed the jetting. Then that B-pipe gives it heaps more low down power. So there's a couple of different types of pipes that you can put on it. The B-pipe, or the wet pipe that we put on it, gives it a lot more low down torque out of the hole. So if you went to like a dry pipe, then you are going to have more RPM. That's how they sort of work. But apart from that, it absolutely hauls. So we rerouted all the water lines just to dry out the pipe, so it sort of gives it that oomph off the start line. Yeah, that's about all the mods that we have done to this. We changed the impeller, so I believe we're running a 1421 impeller in the back on the stock pump. We also changed the stock exhaust outlet because before I got it, this was a saltwater ski, and I will show you in a photo where the exhaust comes out of the hull. It rusts through there, so you just put the, I believe it's a Blowsion, but I'll have to double check that. The Blowsion ring, because it was about 2-3 years ago I did this. Slide straight inside it, sticker flex it up, beautiful, works a treat. But yeah, so that's the SXR800 for you.